All right. I'm live on YouTube, and I don't know how long YouTube is going to act right. We're trying to figure out things with the camera. I'm on my little lunch break, remote life. I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube, and I'm not going to be long because I have not eaten. So I'm on here bare face. If you want to recap, go to YouTube. I'm on here bare face for a reason because when I started making things all about me, the goals started just falling onto my lap. Hey, TikTok. Hey, YouTube. So, dehydrated, darling. This isn't my showcase, by the way, on TikTok. Grab you one because you know you be thirsty. You know you like your drink cold, iced out, and ready to go. Anyways, so I wanted to do this video really quickly to let you know it is always all about you. This your life. As long as it's your life, it's always gonna always be about you. Don't listen when people try to say you're superficial, you're self-centered, la 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 la. Don't care. This is my life. Who else is it supposed to be about? Is it supposed to be about the supporting cast? Or is it supposed to be about me? Does that make sense? And one thing I've been advocating to y'all because I've been getting, and it hasn't been until recently, I've been getting so many questions on my skincare routine. I do so many things with my skin. It would literally be almost every other week I have to update y'all because technology is ever changing. There's always a new hot product on the market, and I'm a lady. I like options. But what I want to say is thank you for the like. Thank you for sharing the live. Okay, TikTok is so supportive. But one thing I want to say is when I got really intentional and looked in the mirror and chased behind myself, everything around me started to change. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face, the med spa. I love the med spa. I end up finding a nurse practitioner's office, a med spa through someone on TikTok. All they did was post that they went to do a chemical peel. Thank you for the likes, girl. Keep on. Come on. Support your girl. All I did was look at a video of a girl that went to do a chemical peel at the med spa. I was only supposed to go to the med spa one time. But you know what they say? If you want to make God laugh, tell God your plans. So I'm sitting here like, yeah, I'm only going to do this and I should be fine. You know, I've researched all these influencers and their products. I know what I'm doing. I got this. And once I stepped foot in that med spa, I didn't anticipate a healthcare provider, licensed healthcare provider. I know y'all like to go to estheticians. No shade to estheticians. I'm sorry, y'all. But because of the experience I've had with an esthetician in the past, she did my chemical peel. And when my skin started to peel, it was turning pink underneath. I hated it. I hated that I just spent so much money to fix a problem. Now I have a bigger problem that I didn't even have in the first place. So now my face is my regular skin tone. And when it peels, it was pink because of the esthetician doing chemical peel incorrectly. Then she tried to tell me, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Just go to Walmart and buy this product. Why would I pay you? And y'all know chemical peels are like $120 starting. Why would I pay you $120 for you to mess my face up and tell me, oh, it's no big deal. Just go to Walmart and get this. I didn't anticipate having to buy an additional product because of your mess up. Why are you making it seem like it's not a big deal? There was no apology. There was no remorse. And most importantly, there was no discount for the mess up. So I paid full price and I didn't even get the service I paid for. I had a bigger problem that I was like, whoa. So to my surprise, when I went to this med spa last year, I've been going there for like 7 or 8 months now. Hey, y'all, like the live as you come in. Hey, y'all. So my surprise, hey, girl. So to my surprise, when I walked into this med spa and this person is not an esthetician, she's actually a nurse practitioner, I was so floored at her vast knowledge. She looked at my skin. She was asking me questions. I'm thinking she's just talking to talk. You know, we having a good time. We girls is Black owned. You know, we having a good time, darling. The time is flying. I'm having a grand time. Okay, YouTube is going live now. Hold on one moment. Okay, so apparently YouTube is like, come with it. I'm their face on live. The thing is, when you go to someone that actually has a degree, that says that they took time to study and they know their product, they know the person, they know so many things that you're not anticipating. When I went to the esthetician many years ago and she did my chemical peel, and when you do a chemical peel, your face starts to peel because it's supposed to take the first layer of skin off, all the acne, all the dark spots. And when my skin started turning pink, I couldn't call the board on her. There was no one higher up to her that I could get everything taken care of. It was just her. She's an esthetician. That's it. I know y'all like to say, estheticians still have like a certification or whatever. Compare an esthetician to a nurse practitioner. Compare an esthetician to a dermatologist. People that actually went to school, that actually studied anatomy, like the body of a person. They didn't just do a quick course for a quick fix for a quick dollar. They're invested. So best believe if they're selling you something, they know that it's going to work. And another thing I had to learn, thank you for liking the live, y'all hop in like the live. Another thing I had to learn when going to a med spa was that your provider is going to make or break your experience. It's going to make or break your results. Because when I was sitting with my person, Shatiria, hey girl, Shatiria, I love you, girl. When I would sit and talk to her, she's asking me, what do you use for skincare? What do you use to wash your face? What do you use to moisturize? And I could think of all the things I use on a daily, but I know I had additional products that I use every now and then. And she was like, how about this? When you get home, send me a photo of every product you use. This is me at a med spa for the first time. I've never had someone want to know what treatment am I doing when I get out of here. It's always been, here's your service. Thank you. Have a great day. See you next time, But she literally sat and talked me through everything. So when I got home, I took pictures of the products and she said, okay, let me specify. I need to see the ingredients. And that's when it went to a whole nother level. So I sent her photos of the ingredients for every product I use. And she explained to me very calm, very thorough. And I love her for that. She was like, okay, your cleanser, you need the key ingredient, salicylic acid, because you have acne prone skin around your chin area. Because she just looked at my skin. Then also, she was telling me, you need to use hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is going to be really good for elasticity and it's going to moisturize that skin. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I'm looking at the back of the ingredients of all the products that I use, and none of these products have these ingredients. And I'm thinking I got good skin, I got a great skincare. And then she tells me, what are you using for SPF? And I'm telling her I'm using Black Girl sunscreen. She's like, oh no, Black Girl sunscreen has like a really greasy, oily finish. So that's probably why you're having those breakouts. I also showed her Ordinary. Y'all remember when Ordinary was going crazy on TikTok? Like the live, y'all, stop playing. Y'all remember when Ordinary was going viral on TikTok and everybody's like, get Ordinary, get Ordinary. Girl, Ordinary causes breakouts. I don't know why y'all buying Ordinary. I don't know why I was following a trend that told me to spend my good hard-earned money on a product that was just going to break me out just so I could be a part of a trend. Girl, thank you for the likes because you be coming through user 6853. I don't know if you follow me, girl. I hope you do because you be in here. Yep. Okay, you do be following me, girl. You be in here. And so when I started to look at my skin and actually invest in it and let a professional look at it and tell me what was going on, I started to see results. And I say that to say you have to treat this like the gym, like having the body of your goal, having your dream body. I'm following and I'm always here. Yes. A+ student, y'all. I'm going fast because I'm on lunch break and I still haven't eaten. So y'all getting a little bit of my lunch and then I'm going to go chow down. And plus YouTube acting crazy. So I got to go quick. But you have to treat your skincare goals the same way you're treating your body goals, the same way you're treating that relationship with that man who don't want you and he in a situationship with you. Okay. You have to be delusional enough to believe maybe this could work. If I just keep showing up, maybe this could work. You know what I'm saying? No shade, no tea. But when I started like listening to the nurse practitioner, getting and replacing products, I'm talking about that day. When she told me Black Girl sunscreen breaks you out, I threw that away that day. When she told me Ordinary breaks you out, I threw it away that day. I went to Ulta. I just was in Ulta looking in the back of the ingredients and I was looking for those key ingredients. And it's just like working out. You can't show up one time and hope it works. You can't show up 2 times and hope it works. You have to get on a routine. So the routine is go to the med spa, or the dermatologist. Dermatologists are just as good. Have them look at your skin. Have them tell you have acne prone skin, you have dry skin, you have this, you have that, you have hyperpigmentation. Here's your problem area. And have them tell you what are key ingredients that you need to turn this around to make your face be silky, smooth, glass-like. I still have a little bit of things that I need to work on, but if y'all saw my video of me when I started with the nurse practitioner, plus I was about 16 pounds heavier. Your girl is down. But when I started with the nurse practitioner, I had black spots under my nose. I had dark spots throughout my face that you could really see it when I had no makeup on. I could never get on camera bare face the way I'm on camera right now today. And that's because, like the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So once I started going to a licensed professional, I was able to go further faster. You can't just think these $5 over the counter, $20 over the counter products are going to get you to this grand skin. You need someone to look at you and tell you key ingredients for your skin. Don't fall into these trends, y'all. That's how I was wasting so much money. So as I started going to the med spa, as she's telling me all these products to use, I'm using them. And another thing about the med spa, they have medical grade products. Medical grade products, there's a reason why only a licensed professional can sell them to you, because they have the knowledge you need that you lack in order to be able to tell you how to utilize it. Okay. This can't just be over the counter. So once I started doing chemical peels on the regular, I'm doing facials, I'm doing microneedling. I just started Botox 2 months ago. She don't move. You see the brows? She don't move, girl. She's stiff. Okay. And also Botox allegedly helps you not be so emotional. But one thing it does do, it has slowed down my sweat. So when I'm doing 5Ks, because now your girl be running 5Ks, I don't sweat as much on my forehead, which is wonderful, y'all. So it's like going to the med spa fixed so many other problems I didn't anticipate to fix. Like I was just going there one time to pay my little $100 here, and it turned into a partnership. It turned into, I was making so much content because I love my results. And now other people are asking me, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm bringing in clientele. Even if it's not the med spa I go to, I want to see the girls have clear glass skin and save their money. I don't want to see y'all online getting frustrated. Like, you've tried this, you tried that, try the med spa, girl. Let that professional tell you what kind of skin you have, what products you need. And then you could be on here doing this. Like, I have brand deals that reach out to me. Hey, we would like to collab. Hey, we would like to collab, because I took the step of taking care of me first, making it about me. In this life, it's always going to be about you. It's always going to be about you because it's your life. Y'all, thank you for joining. But can y'all like while y'all join as y'all slide through? Just don't do a drive-by. Like while you inside. Thank you. Thank you very much. But when I started going to the med spa, everything else in my life started to change, because I saw that the med spa was doing wonderful things with my skin. That made me curious about, what about this problem that I have? What about this? What about that? So I just started to trust them even more. So it went from, well, 3 people are peeking in share. Hey, y'all, we're talking about life is really always about you. Invest in yourself. And one of the key things I always recommend to the girls, okay, gay or straight, LGBTQ, whatever, is go to the med spa, take care of yourself, invest in yourself. The med spa doesn't just limit you to just skin. It's medical spa, okay? So then I started my weight loss journey. Then I started doing, do you have a simpler skincare routine? Now I feel like the more products, the more problems. You're right. The more products, the more problems. You're going to be mixing so many chemicals and acids. You can cause an acid burn to your face. If you go to my playlist, it's called Skincare Girl. It's called skincare topic today. We're talking about skincare in the med spa. For some reason, every time I get on here and show y'all products, TikTok be like, oh, you're restricted. You can't show these products because they're not on your showcase. But I would say one thing I do love is the Estee Lauder nighttime skincare routine. If not that, well, go to my skincare playlist, because I show you the products. You don't have to grab everything I use. I would literally say, grab a picture of what I'm showing you, put it in ChatGPT, and let ChatGPT tell you what the product does and if it caters to your skin type. That's the best tea I can give you. I don't want you to buy something that's not going to work. I'd rather you buy something from me and say, girl, that worked, before you come back and say, girl, that didn't work. You over here scamming. You just like these other influencers. You will like these other content creators. I don't want to hear that. I actually want to hear the girls getting results that they have been wanting to get, but they didn't know how to get. Get what I'm saying? I'm not here to make a sale. I'm just telling you what I learned. The med spa is that girl. So once I started doing skincare, I was so impressed by the med spa's skincare like results. I was like, y'all could just take the body too. What's up? So we started doing EM Sculpt. That's when they put a machine on your abdomen and it basically sends like almost jolts to your stomach and stimulates your muscles as if you're working out. So it gave me more defined abs. Then I found out about lipodissolve and girl, the lipodissolve been dissolving, baby. It basically dissolves the fat and you urinate it out. It just comes out through your lymphatic acid. I'm saying that wrong. I'm definitely saying that wrong. But I started doing aside from my chemical pills, how do you deal with sister-in-law jealous of me and copying me or whatever? I was in your shoes, girl, before, not with my sister-in-law, but in general, it's okay when people are jealous of you. You just don't acknowledge it. Like they're going to try to do things to make themselves bigger than you, like they're in competition with you. The more you ignore them, the more they have to prove to you that they're on your level. But how you separate yourself so when they're trying to compete with you is you focus on you. Like you be so out of their league, like you be going to events on the weekend that they didn't even know what's happening. You create your content, you doing your own thing. It's so hard to hate on someone you can't even get in the same room as. So you won't even see the hate. She's just gonna be hating from afar. Like when you acknowledge and your gut tells you someone is jealous of you, you got to get out of there. Like hate, there's nothing good that comes from hate. There's nothing good that comes from jealousy. I'm talking to TikTok. That's why I was over here looking over here. But back to YouTube. Once I started doing the lipo dissolve, y'all, my stomach is dang near flat. It's almost, because I'm a Virgo. I'm a perfectionist. So I want it to be like flat, like washboard abs. Like y'all know Kayla Nicole, body, yaddy, yaddy. Meg the Stallion, body, yada yada. We like the natural girls, because we too poor for surgery right now. But baby, when the sugar daddy get here, we gonna fix that. But until then, for now, we're using our money and our resources, and we want it to be really affordable. Oh, thank you so much for the advice. You're welcome. I don't know what I gave you. I think it was your sister-in-law. Yeah, girl. Just keep learn how to do your makeup. Make sure you get quality hairstyles. Just keep looking better. Keep making sure that when you're in the room with her, everybody keep talking about you. And you don't got to say a thing. She's going to keep trying to. And the thing is, when people are jealous of you, they keep wanting to be next to you so you can feel and sense that hate, which is so weird to me. You just got to separate yourself. You got to make sure there's such a gap that she can't even stand in the same room with you without your name being mentioned in a good way. Not to be talked about in drag, but sometimes people talking about you help you because at least they talking about you. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord. TikTok, my phone just told me I'm on 20%. I knew this live wasn't going to be long, y'all, because I came on here irresponsibly, giving y'all 30 minutes of my lunch, knowing dang well I haven't eaten yet, but I wanted y'all to see the skin. Like, the skin is skinning. I don't have a filter on. Like, you're going to get hate all day, every day. What does it have to do with you? No, really, how is that your responsibility? Do you have advice on stretch marks? Unfortunately, I do not. I do not have advice on stretch marks because I do not have stretch marks. I have cellulite and I still don't know what to do with my cellulite. So if you know something about cellulite, you could tell me. But unfortunately, I don't have advice on stretch marks. But anyways, once I started going to the med spa and my stomach started getting snatched, I went ahead and said, you know what? Let me get a little GLP-1. Let me get the tirzepatide. Hi, everybody. Like the live while you in here, y'all. I started doing tirzepatide. Tirzepatide got me down 16 pounds. And as I'm looking at pictures of myself from back in March when I started the med spa versus now, like the live, y'all, from when I started back in March. Thank you for the likes. When I started back in March, your girl looked different. Like, it's so easy to get caught up and look at yourself and compare yourself and feel like it's not where I want it to be. I promise you, documenting your journey is for you to look back on. Don't think of it as I'm documenting just to see results. Just see how far you've come, because I was sitting here obsessing about a number on the scale. But when I look back on my photos of when I started the med spa in March of this year, yeah, because it's going to be a year. It's going to be a year next year since we're in November. When I look back on my results, my face literally looks slimmer, slender. My gym clothes is starting to feel baggy. I feel like now I have no choice but to buy new gym clothes. Isn't that such a blessing that I get to buy gym clothes because I've lost so much weight instead of having to buy gym clothes because I've gained weight? Isn't that such a blessing that my My clothing size gets to go down. It's not because I'm sick. It's not because I'm ill. It's not because I have to. It's because I get to. Because of the fact that I wake up every chance I get. Not every day. I'm human, baby. Every chance I get, I set my alarm at 5 in the morning. I care about myself enough to wake up and make my health my priority. Because some people only make their health a priority when it's too late and they're sick and they're too deep in it. And the alternative route the doctor is giving them is too expensive. And I see people do that with their hair too. Their hair be fried and dyed. They trying to go to the salon. They want the hairstylist to bring it back to life, like Lazarus, come forth. You've been dead too long. But the hairstylist is not Jesus. It can't be resurrected when it's that far gone. I'm so happy that I realize it's such a blessing that God has allowed me to go ahead of the problem. Well, God go first. And then I just follow pursuit, that I'm able to go ahead of my problem, speak to that problem and turn it around. When I started getting on the scale and I was like 157 pounds, y'all, I'm 5'1". I was like, and then I had this app because I love wearing technology. I have my smart ring on. It tracks my steps. It does my fitness. It tracks my menstrual cycle. And when the scale started telling me plump, my BMI was 30 something. Those are some high numbers. And as Black women, because that's what I am, a Black woman, born a Black woman. I know y'all like to say cisgender, but born a Black woman, which means cisgender. Once I started getting serious about what the scale was telling me, the scale was communicating, girl, eating that Ben and Jerry's at night ain't helping you. It's keeping your thighs together. Okay. You about to turn into a whole mermaid and have one leg. Like, your thighs are rubbing. Like, they still rub now, but they toned and they rub. You hear what I'm saying? They not just blah blah, like, help us. They kind of like, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. You know what I mean? So once I started getting really serious about my intentions with myself, everything around me changed. My confidence in myself changed because every time I was getting ready for the day, I knew I look good. Like, I can't tell me nothing. I know I look good. Like, I've been getting up at 5 in the morning. Something has to be changing. The scale is dropping. I started at 157 pounds when I walked into that med spa. Today I'm 137 pounds, y'all. I started a whole series on YouTube and I called it Bounce Back Boot Camp, where I flew home to Florida to my home gym, spent some time with family, and I documented me going back to the gym, working out. Like, do you count calories? No, I do not. I think it's really important that you just do a lifestyle. You shouldn't be Everything shouldn't be a count, shouldn't be a measure. Do what you can with what you have. Girl, I don't count no calories. I did start the Tony Fine Fitness when I got started on my journey. That helped me lose about 6 pounds. Then I got tired of eating the way she tells you to eat. She always says in her videos, you've been eating something good all your life. It's time for you to eat something nasty and lose the weight. I got tired of eating the nasty, girl. I was like, I got to figure something out. But I realized when I started walking more, not even weightlifting, when I was walking at least 6,000 steps, I know everybody like to say 10. I didn't have that 10. When you're heavier, it is so hard to walk. I'm serious. When I was heavier, the walking was damn near taking me out. Dang near taking me out. And once I got to a comfortable 6,000 steps and I was doing it twice a week, I started to see the numbers go down. Like, I wasn't in the gym as much because I just wasn't in the gym as much. And then when I started to see the numbers go down, it boosted my self-esteem. It boosted my confidence to go. Even my concierge, when I go downstairs to pick up package, it be early in the morning. Sometimes he sees me leaving early to go to Pilates when I use class pass. And he's like, hey, I have a question. Like, how do you stay motivated to go to the gym? And that to me is such a thing to say to a woman. It's like, I must be consistent enough where you're noticing my results and you're asking, how do I keep at it? The truth is, once you start seeing results, it's just like when you see results you don't want. It's just like when you see yourself gaining weight. Once you start to see yourself gain weight and you look back on yourself and you're like, dang, I'm getting big. I got to do something about it. It's the same thing. Once you start getting smaller to a comfortable size, it's like, oh, something's finally happening. Let me keep at it. Like, it's all about you. And when you decide to change everything going on around you. So I got a few more minutes, y'all, and then I got to get off because I haven't eaten. So I'm about to get hangry. And I got to get back to work. So lucky for y'all, I work remotely, so I don't have to rush anywhere, but I do have to rush and get food in my belly. Anyway, so the med spa's been helping. I'm on tirzepatide. I think last month was probably my last month doing it because I'm only like 8 pounds away from my goal weight. And I feel like I don't need tirzepatide to lose those 8 pounds. I found something that works for me. It's getting in those steps. It's making sure you're burning a certain amount of calories, but I don't count calories like you're saying, like in workouts. I feel like them steps, walking, a jog, just getting those steps in. My watch helps me tells me how many steps I've done. That's what really helps me. To be honest, me doing them 5K runs, if y'all don't know, like I think I ran 2 5Ks or three. I don't know, but I run every Saturday with the run group, and that's been helping. Like keeping yourself active. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. If you make it a lifestyle, if you make it fun, I need to do my 10K. I mean, even if you don't get 10K today, honestly, sweetie, 6K, I'm telling you, 6K, that's when I started seeing the numbers drop. I was like, whoa. I think the 10K steps are really for people that are adamant on losing a tremendous amount of weight and keeping it steady. But when I was walking just 6K steps on my Apple Watch telling me how many steps I've done, and I did the Strava app, I'm telling you, the scale started to go like this. Doop, 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 doop. But you need a scale also. You need a scale to know where you are. Like check in weekly. Don't do every day. One time I was doing every day and I got sad. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Nothing is changing. Then I was like, girl, you don't have to weigh yourself every day. You could do every few days. Then it turned into every week. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so then I went with that. But like you need something to track yourself. Track how many times you worked out that week. Have you ever seen when people post at the end of the year their Apple Watch, how much fitness they did for the whole year? There are people I see, they haven't missed not one workout. Oh, when y'all go to the grocery store, if you have an Apple Watch, to me, that counts. To me, that counts as a workout. Going to the grocery store is definitely a workout. Getting them steps in, going aisle by aisle, picking out your groceries. I literally will be in the parking lot and I will set my watch. I'm running around the grocery store. I'm in Ulta. My watch is on, tracking my steps because there's still steps. Steps don't have to be an isolated event where you go to a park, where you go to the treadmill. Steps are literally just steps. When you walk from here to there, that's a few steps. Like count it all, baby. I count it all joy, baby. But anyways, so like I think I'm gonna stop Tides Appetite because I'm like 8-ish. I don't weigh myself. I just see the clothes getting big. No, girl, the whole point of weighing yourself is to have a realistic conversation. I wouldn't be able to tell you I was 158 pounds in March if I didn't weigh myself. I wouldn't be able to tell you that today I'm 137 pounds if I didn't weigh myself. Clothes and taking pictures is cool, but you can't manage what you can't measure. If you can't measure where you are, how are you going to manage it? That's just me. Why do you think I have this smartwatch on? This counts my steps. It's like $30 on TikTok. It's on my showcase as well, girl. But I'm not telling you to buy. I'm just telling you, like, I'm not relying on just myself because just myself got me in this situation. Now I got to get myself out. You know what I mean? Like, I ideally want to be 125 pounds or to 130 pounds because that's my sweet spot of, okay, you're healthy again. You need to maintain this weight. So right now I'm at 137 pounds. If I drop those 7 pounds, I'll be at my goal weight, but on the high end because that's the 130. That's why I want to have that safety net of 125 pounds because every now and then your weight is going to fluctuate, especially as a woman. You get bloated. You have your menstrual cycle every month. You get water weight. So I don't want to be on the high end of my goal. I want to be in the sweet cusp. So like 125 pounds or 127 pounds tells me, girl, you did it. My goal is 140. You can get there. When I started documenting my journey, I was 150 plus pounds. I'm today 138 pounds, and that was in March. We're in November. I wouldn't be able to tell you these numbers if I didn't track myself. Like, you can do this. So I'm gonna give y'all like 3 more minutes. If y'all got questions, drop the questions because y'all got 3 minutes of me because I gotta go eat. But like the live while you're in here. But you have to really get intentional about yourself. It is always about you. It's always going to be about you. This is your life. It's okay when people call you self-centered, but you know why they call you self-centered? Because you're a woman. Because you're a woman. I hardly hear men get called selfish, self-centered. I hear them get called narcissistic, but it's not because they're all about themselves. When men choose to put themselves first, they get called boss. They get called leader. They get called all these wonderful things when they're successful and thriving. If you see a man living in my apartment on the 12th floor to ceiling windows in the background, great view, you think he's into Bitcoin, you think he's into real estate. But when I shared on TikTok, my apartment, my views from the 24th floor on the balcony, someone asked me if I was an OnlyFans, if I was selling that cat. I'm not selling Bobo, you dodo head. What? It's like people want to insult women for having ambition, for wanting to thrive, for wanting to do all these wonderful things and being self-centered. But when it's a man, oh, he's it. Maybe he's doing real estate. Whole time he's a scammer. but no one's saying that. Okay, true. I've always tried to avoid the scale to avoid being discouraged. I mean, girl, let me tell you, because if you see my bounce back boot camp series on YouTube, it's still up. Literally linked in my bio on my link tree. It'll take you to YouTube. I used to be afraid of the scale because I knew what it was going to tell me. Something I didn't want to know, something I didn't want to see. But once I started to lose the weight, and I even say it in my bounce back boot camp, I said, I ain't afraid of you no more. And I'll get on the scale and record for everyone to see the number. I wouldn't have to edit it and da. Like, I was like, I'm not afraid of you anymore. And I get on the scale proudly. Okay. They love to hate us for wanting better. They really do. Back in the day, they used to call women witches. They used to call women witches when they wouldn't have their way. They love to manipulate us into things to get their way out of us. And I got tired of that. I had a man try to tell me, about the goddess, and he was a narcissist. And I just looked at him like he was stupid. Like, why are you talking to me? Laugh my effing off. Exactly. Like, why are you sitting here telling me about a narcissist? You wouldn't be telling an unattractive woman this because someone has already put her self-esteem down. You have a problem with how high my self-esteem is. You have a problem with the fact that you can't tell me I'm beautiful because I already know it. You have a problem with the fact that you can't give me a compliment I haven't already gotten because that means you can't build me up to tear me down. And once I figured that out, I became hated. And that's okay because I'm still 137 pounds. Skin still smooth, still slick, bills still paid. Like what? Okay, WMN, use the heal themselves, then be burned at the stake. Like, be for real. For real. Like, that's why I be telling y'all, like, don't care for when people are name calling you because they're trying to manipulate you into doing something they want you to do. Okay. When you're getting called a name, it's to manipulate you into something. It has nothing to do with you actually being that name. When someone's saying you're self-centered because they need you to focus on yourself less and focus on them and others around you, it's the chip at your self-esteem, at your security. I feel the happiest when men start calling me selfish. It literally brought me joy. Girl, when a man called me a gold digger, I was like you have gold to dig. Come on now. If you're going to call me a gold digger, be the one that has the gold then. Mind you, and it's not to brag, but it is to brag. It's going to come off bragging. My apartment is better than his apartment. My car is newer than his car. He has these jacked up, janky teeth, but he brags about being a man of honor that has a career, but you must not even have good health insurance. Why does your grill look like that? Why it look like a bunch of rats got done playing Ring Around the Rosie in your mouth? Come on now. Stop playing with me. Anyways, I want to wrap this up because I haven't eaten. That's really what it is. I'm hungry and I don't have time to sit here and play with y'all. But that's why I'm going to advocate. It's always about you. Go to the med spa, take care of yourself. Don't let people make you feel insecure. Don't let them talk down on you because they need to control you. Don't let them do that. She laughing. I don't know what you laughing at, girl. I be talking slick all the time. But the the men with gold know women require gold resources. They don't care because they have it. They literally laugh and they literally laugh when you need it. They're like, that's it. Like, because they figured out how to earn money at in a way that works for them. I'll say that in a non-scammy way. It's like, and I'll give you this example. Like if you have nieces and nephews, when you take them to McDonald's, don't your nieces and nephews love you because you took them to McDonald's? They praise you. You got McDonald's money. Oh my God. You got me a McDonald's toy. I love you, auntie. That's the kind of love I get from my nieces and nephews when I take them to McDonald's. But there's nothing to me. That's McDonald's. That's nothing to me, but it's everything to them little kids because they don't have a job. They don't have trabajo. They're still teenagers. They're still figuring out their lives. It's the equivalent of that when you're dating a man that has money. What is so major to you is nothing to him. It's literally it's McDonald's money to him. It's like, that's all you needed? That's what you're tripping about? That's why you don't make it a big deal, because now he's going to think you're used to dating poor quality men, because why are you making a big deal out of this? Oh, Lord, you used to dating hood. Anyways, I feel so valid after Empress, my 7-year-old niece. Girl, my niece and nephew, I know their orders. My nephew, he like cheeseburgers with no cheese, just ketchup, okay? He like chocolate milk. I know his order. Don't let Auntie come through. Auntie gonna come through with the McDonald's, and I make sure you have a McDonald's toy. And my niece, don't let me get started on her. If I come through with a little Elsa, a little Frozen, She gonna throw her hands up. Oh my God, auntie! Oh my God! It's just a little girl. Calm down. It's just a little toy. It ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. But to them, it's everything. It's the equivalent for you too when you're dating and men are actually established and they have it. They're gonna look at you like that's all you needed. They're not gonna call you gold diggers. The ones that are gonna call you gold diggers are the one that. Isn't it funny how they'll call you gold diggers and still try to sleep with you? But now they're trying to get you to do it for free. Now they're trying to get you to do it at no cost to them because that's the whole name of the game. They're supposed to call you something, manipulate you out of your spot. Now I can understand if they called you a gold digger and didn't even try to sleep with you, but when has that ever been the case? Never. They always call you out of your name and then try to sleep with you because the name of the game is to get you to lower your standard and be like, I don't want to come off like a gold digger, so I'm going to sleep with him. Or that girl that just got tricked by that Danish man. I don't want to come off like a gold digger, so I'll go in my purse. And now look at her. Silly rabbit. Anyways, y'all, that's it for my live. I gave y'all 3 extra minutes. The video is going to be on YouTube. I was able to get YouTube to act right the second time. So you won't see the intro, but you'll see the back end. But it looks like more people came in on the back end. Again, go to the med spa. This is my skin with no filter. You get a better look of it on my DJI. Hey, DJI, this is the best camera ever. I think I'm going on 1 year by the end of this month. Well, we're at the end of this month. 1 year with my camera. I love her. She's official. She's that girl. This is my skin with no filter, going to the med spa, investing myself, listening and taking the guidance of the products that the nurse practitioner recommend that I actually use, having a skincare routine, being consistent, showing up for myself, losing the weight, showing up for myself, knowing the right products to use for my skin type, building my self-esteem so when a man tries to break me down, he can't get through the barrier because I've built myself up. So only I can tear myself down. So anyways, I hope you like my live. I'm going to go eat now. And this is my house dress, y'all. It's on TikTok. I don't really care to show it too much on YouTube, but yeah. And those are my views that I like to brag about, but I have it hidden like while I'm working from home so people can't see through the windows while I'm working. But I hope y'all enjoy y'all day. Go to the med spa. Check out the recap on YouTube. Hey, y'all on TikTok, keep liking the live. Check out my videos. Check out my playlist. And I hope everybody has a great holiday season, whether you celebrate Thanksgiving or not. I hope y'all have a wonderful holiday. Be safe. Be intentional. Be selfish. Be that girl. Okay? Bye, everybody. Let me get off on YouTube first. Bye, YouTube, my fine ass. Bye, y'all. Dee-doo, dee-doo.